there any further level up questions before we decide to jump into session?
Gochin, B, and Dolgus, your pictures are still your normal ones.
Huh?
Ah, fair enough.
I have a
Oh.
question.
How do I do that again?
Go to where it says as underneath the chat box. and then
You
put
can
your-
only get max hit points by gambling.
There you go.
You have the option before I seal off level ups to gamble.
Wait, where do you get what? Oh, gambling? Oh, I'll gamble later, but I want to do it in game.
No, you
You
gambled
did.
already, B, and you
Wait,
won.
so if
You
I
got
keep getting
6 points.
blackjack,
I know. I
get
want to
max
gamble in
hit
games. That's what I'm talking about.
No one. The gamble is you roll. If you don't like your roll, then I roll for you.
What about poker? I'll do poker.
My offer stands where it is.
No, rock, paper, scissors. It is in.
Oh,
RPS.
Okay. what?
I don't have my all my documents brought over yet. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get this thing to read my old hard drives too. But tell
Oh,
me, are the basic improved X combat maneuver things still a thing?
No, they have powerful maneuvers and death maneuvers replacing though for the improved.
Strong maneuvers. Yeah,
What strong maneuvers do?
Strong maneuvers is the improved bull rush, drag, overrun, sunder.
Oh, and good news, your old hard drive should be able to plug and play.
Should.
Yeah.
It should.
It is Windows. Plug and play does not always work.
That is a cool tower you got though. The skeleton. That's nice.
Yeah. And if you want deft maneuvers, that's dirty trick, disarm, reposition, steal, trip.
I'll be right back.
So toughness or strong maneuvers. I took strong maneuvers would be to set up for awesome blows somewhere down the line.
True. True. Improved grapple is on its own still. Or sorry, no, it no longer exists. Just taking improved unarmed strike also grants the creature improved grapple.
Well, why would you take improved unarmed strike if you have a natural weapon?
Who knows?
And is buying feats in this game, or is that just Thursday?
Is what?
Buying
Oh.
feats.
I've not decided to put that in here because I'm trying to keep these simple.
Okay, that makes sense.
If I feel that at some point you guys have done something awesome enough or have impressed me enough, I might shower random things. But that's more of a whim kind of thing. For now, I'm just trying to keep it simple.
damn.
While not being super simple and restrictive.
So you already got the complicated game on Thursday. This one's gonna be the simple one.
Oh, Thursday's my my headache.
It's a headache only because Jonah's there.
No. Balancing is fun.
Well, just know we appreciate it.
Uh-huh. I'm enjoying the game. Like, don't have it twisted. I am enjoying your guys' shenanigans. It just in counterbalance sometimes it's just I don't want bullshit encounters to be steamrolled, but at the same point I can't juice them too much because otherwise it just extends a bullshit fight for no reason.
Yeah, and Gestalt is extra power in a weird way where it's not like you can really survive so much longer all the time, but sometimes you can.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel bad that I've killed Pyrrhus twice in the same book. It's
I find it funny as shit.
Yeah.
He's just got bad luck.
He got Jonah luck somehow.
To be fair, he could have used his fate point, but he didn't.
Oh, he didn't?
He did.
He did. The first time he did.
Mm-hmm.
We rezzed him and he went on his way.
Mm-hmm.
Why did he use his fate point if he was just going to leave?
No, he didn't use his fate point on Calissa. He used it on Rowan.
One moment,
Because
guys.
okay, you haven't been streaming this entire time, have you, Dave? He self-inserted, and therefore we just assumed.
Let's see how it is.
You're still cared for. Quit being a baby.
Oh.
How do you assume my attendance status?
I'm done with you, one. I already called your name.
One, I think you're a spider web for avatars, by the way.
Last evolve.
He is a spider.
Yeah, I thought that'd be funny.
Don't use my tokens, damn it.
Where did we last evolve? I don't even remember.
We were at the sanctuary.
Yeah.
We
Yes,
just
you-
took.
We were at the place where
Omas
kids
to
go to
sanctuary
make out and
drunk
make
shit.
babies without their parents' approval.
I also made Ava smile within her head.
I don't believe that was the case.
That was the case. Admit
If
it.
that's what Sylph wants to believe, then sure.
It
If
is.
you listen back to the tapes, Pierce's words were, "There, you happy?" He's not actually smiling. And then Sylph said, "But you're smiling on the inside, and that's what matters." There was no confirmation from Pyrrhus, so the world may never know. But yes, the last destination you had taken your characters to was Sanctuary, in order to drop Omast off in hopes that he would gain some sobriety, as you had found him basically being a drunken disorderly trying to clean off the paint from the South Tower. Outside of that, you, in last session, had dealt with the Assassins of the Night. Did a fairly decent job at not dying. I mean, some of you got close, but, everyone's still standing, right? Right?
Close only counts at horseshoes and Hagrid.
Oh, we're standing.
Following that evening's disruption, you had a nice talk with the patrol leader, Cursed Grath. Had a discussion about the findings that you have brought up from your investigation, asked a few questions, inquired as to whether or not there were other leads that you should follow. Currently, it seems your remaining leads is this missing Katrezra, a half-orc oracle of some sorts that seemed to be a muse for Jake. Beyond that, you've checked up on Omos, which was this other recommendation, and have since decided that you have taken care of that setup, who was, the one that even pointed you to this Katrezra. You discovered that he had left the sanctuary, left his room. The acolytes of Iomedae do not believe that he was taken or any hostile intent took him, as his room was left neat and tidy before leaving. But they don't suspect that he could have left very far, considering his condition renders him rather immobile, for long distance traveling. The recommendation for that was to check back at either Clamor or the House of Wonders with a Great Stagenstar or Sarah Moringhawk, as they seem to have a relatively good take on the ongoings of the city. I do know that there was a desire to check in with Jess Meeson, the seller at the Vat and Such, about the inquiry of the recent lack of shovels. And then Kirsten said that if you wanted to check out any of Jake's former investigation journals, as journal was mentioned, that he would make sure that someone would be available to get that to you at the Longhouse. It was the idea that maybe whatever journal he had for his current investigation would be amongst their ilk.
And the historian, that's Ava's boss?
Yes, that would be Agreed Stagenstar, the
Okay.
proprietor of the House of Wonders. The
Agreed.
foremost historian of the town, as she's been around for a while, and that kind of has fallen to her as one of the counselors of town.
Okay.
But beyond that, you've leveled up. I misspoke at the end of last session. After doing some crunching, you guys have bolstered your powers to a certain degree, or maybe have started to take a little interest in other arts. But I won't make you guys
Show
go
of
over
hands.
this.
Did anyone actually multi-class?
No.
Gosh, just check. Oh, Sylph, what did you multi-class into?
I'm gunsmithing. I mean, gunslinging.
Wait, you're getting a gun? Wait, but you don't even have a gun right now, or does it just magically appear?
It magically appears in his hand as a first level gunslinger.
No, it does not.
I haven't come across it.
No, it does not.
It says you start with one, so the moment he becomes a gunslinger, he automatically starts his gunslinger career with it.
We will be segueing that in a more natural, way. Doesn't just magically
GM
pop
breaking the rules, GM breaking the rules, GM breaking the rules.
I withheld your brand for how long?
I was upset about that. I was very upset about that.
Good, but the story revelation, was pretty spicy, was it not?
Yes, but at the same time, this is level 2, and it's like you're basically withholding his level. That's basically what you're doing.
No, worry not. It'll be fine. Have faith. Do I not tend to spoil you guys anyway?
Yeah,
No.
the gunslinger was my idea. Everything else got tied into it afterwards. Because I was actually really interested in it at first, but I really wanted to be a bard.
Bards are like the class of multi-classing.
Yeah, exactly. So what better way to test out a gun?
Also, you'll never want to take gunslinger past level 5 anyway.
Right.
I mean, with the way that he's kind of got things set, he's only going to need the one level anyhow.
Yep.
Yeah, well, level 5 is what gives you dex damage.
Yeah, he's got you guys for damage.
I do.
Yeah, witches don't really multi-class, so no, I'm not multi-class.
So, party.
Ah,
You left Omast at the sanctuary in the care of the acolytes of Iomade. Where do you want to go now? You are currently in the lower quarter, so going anywhere, you're going to pass by everything.
Wait, you mean the inner quarter?
You're in the lower quarter.
No, we're
What's over? Do we want to just go pick up the? What time is it now?
It's probably about 11 o'clock at this point. Well, 11 o'clock, we'll say.
See Jess.
Because you had to go up to the South Tower, you talked to Omos, then you had to backtrack all the way back down to Sanctuary. Looked around the room, checked to see if Tresor was in, had a conversation with Tayari for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
From
You
the
also had
very
the-
starting, I've had suspicions of these shovels, and I really think we need to get to the bottom of this.
that's not the most pressing concern.
But just think about this, Ava. They've been putting markings all over the town. The captain even said it's military tactics. I think they're trying to take something. It's not about someone.
The that and such is number 16 on the board if there is that interest.
What's that? So what is 16?
Yep.
What is 16?
That and such.
Yeah, Jess's quarters with the shovels.
It's a general store of Trunau.
Oh, yeah. I say we go get the note. Go get his notes.
Glamour is number 14. And where you want to go is number
9.
Yeah, number 9.
Yeah.
All the way at the south end of the map.
Holy crap.
We go. I say we go there.
Number 13 is the House of Wonders.
And that's with the historian.
That's where she normally operates her place of work.
Yeah, we need to talk to his historian. If not about the shovels.
Although we would like to know more about the shovels.
I would love to know more about the shovels.
You
Well, we
are
don't need the
shovel.
historian presumably for the shovel thing, unless unless the lack of shovels in this town is a historic problem.
I think so.
Like maybe the blacksmiths were never taught how to make one, and then they just never learned, and so
No,
people
we
just
went
keep
over
rising.
this.
No.
No, I think our idea is much more accurate here.
Sylph has been really going back and forth between whether or not the person was murdered for a reason or for a ploy, but he's leaning more towards a ploy now because the markings, just the hatred of the races around us and stuff. I just feel like there's something important within the town. I don't know what. I haven't gotten to that point. But if shovels are involved, then they're digging for something. But what though?
A way to your heart.
Well, yes.
I suppose we could stop by on the way up to the Longhouse.
I mean, if Sylph is wrong, then it was a good guess, but I am the bod, I've been around.
Your
Oh,
social escapades are not in question here.
So where to first, party? Feel free to move your token.
guess we'll head to the House of Wonder.
I agree.
You head to the House of Wonders, and it appears that the door is closed, the shutters are closed, and there is the closed sign on the outside of the building.
Oh,
Well,
that's unfortunate.
That was might as well go.
Ava, you would know this to be strange.
Does Ava have a key to get
She
in?
does not.
Isn't the House of Wonders like this town's one touristy destination?
It's like the magic shop at the,
And
area.
I like it better as like that Gatlinburg, Tennessee sort of cheapy, tourist.
Ooh, the
Smith.
door's locked.
It's got all the weird kooky odds and ends. Like if an occultist were coming in to get an implement or an item of some sort of psychic impression, or if it's wands, potions, odds and ends.
Alright, who's our occultist again?
Nobody.
Because a level 2 occultist would solve this case in a heartbeat.
I have a real bad feeling about this.
Does
Good
Ava
luck.
know of a back entrance?
There's a supply door that she gets stuff brought in from.
I think we should leave this building.
Ava's gonna go check the supply entrance and see if it's locked.
Oh, good God.
What's 13 again?
That's the House of
Ava's
Wonders.
shop, her boss's shop.
It's our little shop of horror.
You go to the back, check the back entrance,
Okay.
and it is indeed locked.
Hmm.
It does have a window that you could peer in through, although it's a little taller than you.
I think we should check the Jessa's shop, see if that's closed too.
I picked Syl up so she could look through the window.
Ava.
Or, yeah, Ava, sorry.
Ava doesn't make a comment, but does stare into the window.
Beast is gonna come up and knock on the door. On the back door.
Perception check, DM?
Yeah, sure.
I think that answers that.
Well, that's definitely
I mean, if you knock, there's no answer. Sylph, you look through the back window, and there's crates and stuff, and you kind of see a little bit into the front room a little bit. It's nothing that seems like that would suggest that there is anything wrong inside. There's nothing tossed around or anything like that. Just looks like a shop with nobody in it.
You guys, this is even more dangerous. This is scary. Something's wrong.
Can I detect magic? Well, yeah, of course I can detect magic, but I mean, is there magic on the doors?
No,
Magic around this in the building at all?
I mean you sense magic within, but
Right.
She's probably just busy.
I don't believe she's ever not busy, my dear Ava.
You come up to a knock 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 knock, a bunch of knocks,
yeah, no, nothing.
How important do you guys think it is to get inside?
I don't think it's that important, but I
Not
think
at
it's
all.
important that the fact that it's closed and it's in pristine condition. Nothing seems ransacked.
Right.
Okay.
If
cool.
there's
Almost like
another
they're not
store
at
that's
home
closed
or
that's also
something?
in good condition and no one there, that makes things even worse. I'm gonna actually be like very cautious. I think we should all be cautious right now.
Because I was going to take a crowbar to the door if we need to.
No, no,
You smell
no.
anything,
I don't
boy?
think there's anything of importance.
Not in broad daylight at the very least.
What's
I
important
think.
is where they're at, wherever they're at.
I'm going to have Chompy roll perception with scent, see if he picks up anything.
I mean, he sniffs around, and there's scents, and he kind of follows a little something down the alley, and and ends up in a dumpster at some point.
They have dumpsters here. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
hell is a
Well,
dumpster?
it's more like a trash barrel. It's a wood barrel full of trash. And
So-
he finds a half-eaten lunch that somebody just didn't finish.
Any signs of a dog being through here doing its business?
Doesn't seem so. At least Chompy doesn't seem to react to anything innately.
Good,
We
good.
best move on.
Can you ask Choppy if he smells blood?
What, you think he'll understand this mundane language?
Well, I mean, you've trained him. I don't know.
Come on, Chompy, let's get away from these idiots.
We should go check out Jess's shop.
I say to Jochin in a low voice, yeah, maybe if we haven't had any luck, maybe we'll come back tonight and check this place out more thoroughly. I say to him.
Okay.
So
But definitely not alone. There's definitely somebody out here.
There's
Kinda-
yeah, this isn't right.
Heading to
16,
14.
is that the one we want to go to next? Is that what you're
Let's
talking
just check the nearest building that we can next, just to see what's up.
about? We were going to the general store, right? Anyways, right? To talk about the shovels. Isn't that 16?
Yep.
What's 8 again?
8 is the Ramble House.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's where we're staying.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was this one. Not
Nope. That's the Clamor. 14 is Clamor.
Okay. Let's see if we can go in the general store.
Oh yeah, no, it's open. There's a few people inside that are looking through, rucksacks, tools, different things, odds and ends. And you can of course see the, lovely Jess Meeson kind of moseying about behind a counter. Kind of with a small clipboard and 3 pencils kind of sticking out of her hair, and she keeps looking around like she's lost her pencil and picks up another one.
Silk
And,
raises his neck as if he was like searching for something in that type of manner, and he shouts out, Jessica, my dear, you tree-gazing young lad. Can you
I'm a
tell me who
lady."
brought up your shovels? Like the exact person or the people?
No.
or group?
I'm sorry. We're all out of shovels.
No,
you're
my dear, listen, stop, listen. Who bought your shovels?
People, I'm sure. Notes. Where did? Why are you asking for? Wait. What? Hi. Who are you again?
I was hired by their boss. Oh, hang on. Bow. I was hired by their boss to come and check who the nimwits that bought these shovels were. They're all wrong.
What do you mean? It's standard quality shovels. Shovels are shovels, right? You know, they
The
do the
first
dig.
plow into the dirt, my young lady, and they snapped like a twig.
Ah, they knew those dwarfs scammed me.
Oh shit.
No, let me find my
If
notes.
Golgus even considered himself a dwarf anymore, he'd probably be offended.
I'm slightly offended, but I want to see where this goes.
So Jess like starts fumbling through like this absurd stack of papers that she
Please take
calls a
your
record.
time.
And it takes about 10 minutes before she's like, ah, yes, the shovel receipt. Yeah, I got these from a bunch of dwarves. You know, it doesn't really say. They just say they run out of Ustlov. You know, probably cursed. Now you think about it.
You
Oh.
cursed the shovels.
No. I am utterly incapable of curses, magic, or anything otherwise. Ask everybody in town. And she beams like that's something to be proud of.
Your transparency is admirable.
Yeah, no. So a party of half-orc excavators came in and said that they needed enough for an entire unit. That is who you're representing, yes. So they bought all 25 of the shovels, yes.
Ah. Why, thank you, Miss Jess. You've answered my questions amazingly.
That's all you. Did you need like replacements? I could keep an eye out on a caravan that comes through. When is the next caravan? Is it next summer? No, 2 weeks. One. They will be here at a time.
Is there what did they mention where they were going to be digging?
I don't know. I don't ask those kind of questions. People just go, "Hey, Jess, can I have a bag, or can I have a shovel, or can I have a compass, or did you happen to get in that collapsible bathtub that I ordered 3 weeks ago?" People ask, and I sell. That's the that and such.
So has it come in?
So I gotta.
No, Gochin, stop asking. I haven't seen a collapsible tub in ages. If you want one, go to Vigil.
I know you'll get one eventually.
Please look for some anything that she might have useful herbal wise, real quick.
She's got some odds and ends that could possibly be useful to you. It depends what you're looking for.
How much money? What's the price tag on stuff though? Like maybe stuff to maybe make cure potions or cure light wounds maybe.
She's got some odds and ends of myrrhs and
Or would that be more the
Dandelions.
magic store?
She has basic stuff like that because it's more of an herbal side of things rather than innately magical. So you could probably find crafting materials here in that regard. It's still going to cost you half the cost of whatever potion you're looking for. So for a basic Cure Light Wounds 1d8 plus 1, that's still going to be 25 gold pieces.
Right. So we're we're
Evil.
right now we're pretty poor, right?
Shit.
Oh. Yeah, I forgot.
You ever
She
gotten any?
starts pulling out a handful of bags and starts handing them to the party. Everybody get 55 gold.
Oh,
We have 55 gold now?
55.
You can put that in your equipment tab. So if you go to your character sheet, go to equipment, you see other currency.
In GP? Oh, other
Yep.
currency.
Other currency, not carry currency, other currency.
So
Why not
do 55.
Why not very currency?
I put it in other currency so that it doesn't reflect on your character sheet as weight.
Oh,
There we go. Well, since I got gold.
I didn't know you could do that.
Yep.
Jess, do you have any old rusty or used guns or pistols around? I've seen that statue and it fancies me.
Well, I would love to sell such rarities. The smoking guns have a firm grasp and control on much of that stock and supply. They won't even let me sell the ammunition or gunpowder. It is a tight contract that they've got out of Vigil.
And
If
so I would
that's
have to
something you're
inquire
looking,
Ruby.
you would need to talk to Ruby and or any of her acolytes. There's
So
only
you're
3 in town.
saying there's a chance.
I mean, yes, probably. I don't know. They're kind of an exclusive club.
Um,
It
So
makes them feel
this
special.
brigand of half orcs, just rejects screw up of people, the ones that can't do the job.
No, they were lovely individuals. They paid up front. They made sure to be polite. They even helped me move a little bit of stock around out back. They
Oh wow.
got lunch. It was a lovely time.
Truly
Yeah.
despicable.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, it was a nice time. From what I remember, it was Doc Tani and a bunch of his friends that were coming in from out of town said that they're doing some work trying to, get an excavation company going on and, wanted to help, bring some life back into True Now. It was a great time.
So it was landscaping.
Yeah, effectively. Or at least, to my understanding. Where they went or what they did with all the shovels, I don't know, but I figured you knew what was going on with that. So yeah, that you could report to your boss that when Vigil decides to send a few other caravans True Now's way, I will be sure to have the replacement shovels for your cursed shovels as promptly as I can.
Why, thank
What-
you so much.
What I find interesting is I haven't seen any of this landscaping going on anywhere.
Well, I mean, it might not be directly in True Now expansion efforts. It may be out at the Barterstones. It's not
I
like
was just
Ubeat
going to
anymore.
say the Barterstown sounds like a lovely place to visit.
I mean, when's the last time you left town, Gochin? I think, your brother was like the last point in time when you actually decided to take a small venture out.
Yeah, I guess I haven't really gone anywhere for a while. Kind of dangerous out there.
It's
Yeah.
500 yards, my dear boy.
Oh, you haven't seen what I've seen.
I
That-
mean, I
that's-
did travel to this town.
Then you have seen what I've seen, and you're still okay out there.
I kind of look
so-
at Gochin and look at Dolgus and look at myself and then look back at Gochin. I'm like, you do realize we're dwarves, right?
Yeah, we're all just kind of like,
How do you think we got here?
Dwarves. I
We
guess I
disappeared
kind of am a
now.
dwarf. I don't have scales. Why do I have scales? You have scales. Oh, that's just weird.
So, yeah, I will spend money here if I have it.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want to buy? Jess has a number of odds and ends, so.
Yeah. So I'm more I'm trying to stock us up on some just some I'm gonna try to fix a couple potions when I get a chance. Do I need
Yeah.
an alchemical kit or something for that?
If you have the brew potion feat,
Mhm.
then you should be able to do it out of any basic cauldron. A alchemy kit does help you make other alchemical items and things of that nature.
How much does an alchemist kit cost? That's a question.
I think it's 50 gold pieces for a
Ava, was
portable
your
one.
boss a half orc?
No,
Okay.
I don't have one right now.
unless she
Oh.
was incredibly short for a half orc.
I probably should start with getting one of those if one's available.
You remember that your boss is a dwarf. She's a little taller for a dwarf.
She could have been incredibly short for a half orc.
So portable
Okay,
alchemist
very
lab is
heavy.
75 gold pieces.
Damn, not quite there. So do you have any? Do you, Miss Jess? Is it?
Yeah. Hi, B. How you doing? Got anything that you needed to offload this time around, or picking stuff up?
I'm interested in acquiring something, and I don't know if it would be readily available right now. But if you could keep an eye out for it, if you don't have it in stock right now, I'd be interested in picking up an alchemy kit at some point.
Mm, 1 second. Yeah, I have a couple actually. They might not be in like the greatest condition because they've sat for a little bit. Not too many people that are wise in the ways of the alchemical arts, but yeah, I got a couple.
Should I take a look?
Sure. She pulls out a dusty box, and it's fully functional. It's just a little aged. It's like she got these a while back, thinking, "Yeah, the gunslingers in town are going to bring in some revenue and need some of these." No, they got their own fancy ones from Vigil.
Price tag on this.
75 gold pieces. Cool stock.
You need it. Give me let me talk to the rest of my crew for a second, and I'll be right back. Because it can be used for other things, right? It can be used to examine scenes and give you a bonus, right? To these.
It gives you a flat +1 circumstance bonus on craft alchemy checks.
Okay. So, guys, if we have any I'm a little short on trying to get this alchemy kit. I need like short like 9 gold. Anybody got it to spare? It would probably help us to have one in on hand for further our investigation.
How much do you have?
I'm short 9 gold.
Oh, you can have 9 gold.
Yeah, we need that for checking out those soapstones, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in half toward the 9, so he doesn't have to do all of it.
Yeah, I'll do the other half.
Thanks.
And as a note, since you have all leveled up, any of your unidentified loot in your stash tab can now be attempted to be identified once more.
Was it an alchemist tool set? Is what you said?
Portable Alchemist Lab.
A portable alchemist lab. Yeah. And then later on, guys, it will help you because when I get money for buying herbs and things of that sort, I'll be able to make some potions, stuff like that.
Ava will try to identify the one of the vials.
Which one? Because that might not be a spellcraft.
I know.
Where do I go for the stash?
We had just 3 mysterious vials.
Oh, okay.
They weren't separate.
Those. Yeah, that's alchemy.
Yep.
Yeah, can I
Alright.
check alchemical check on those again?
21.
Ava, those are. Let me double check this. If I remember correctly, I think that is small centipede poison. A dose piece.
They're poisons?
Yes, they're poisons. Why do you think you got dex damage?
Can I get any properties? I'll understand what basically get the properties that they cause.
I mean, if you guys wanted to, you could just Google it. If I give you a name, it's fine, unless it's a creature.
Poison called.
Small centipede poison.
How do you? Oh, small centipede.
Here, I'll post it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. What's the next thing you want to take a look at?
The alchemical canister. We had 3 of those.
That is also a craft alchemy.
22.
These are a unique item. If I can spell today.
Wait.
So these are what are known as liquid blades. You can empty the contents of this palm-sized metal tube with a quick flick of your wrist as a move action, causing the bubbling transparent liquid within to instantly solidify into a jagged crystalline blade. By holding the tube, you can then use the crystalline blade as if it were a medium short sword with a fragile quality. The blade lasts for 10 minutes, after which it evaporates, leaving nothing behind but the tube. You can add a dose of poison to the liquid in the bottle, which acts like applying the dose to the weapon, except it is a full round action. When the liquid turns into a solid blade, the weapon includes 1 application of that poison. When the blade evaporates, the poison does so as well. Creating these are, DC 15 craft alchemy check. They're worth 40 gold pieces apiece.
Nice.
Is there anything else that was left unidentified?
I don't think it's my skill check. I notice I have a miscellaneous bonus of 8 there. 1. Oh wait, no, that's her. I have a bonus of 13. What are you talking about, dude?
I think I was looking at the wrong one.
Ava's got a +8.
Yeah, Ava picked up craft alchemy. That help out.
Oh,
What do you
that
think
was a
she's been reading the
praise.
entire time?
Okay, I was looking at a praise.
Oh, my praise sucks. And, I don't even have a skill in it.
All right. Anything else you guys need from the vat and such?
No, but I'm gonna ask the shopkeeper if she's seen the other shopkeeper around at all, or
Oh,
heard
good
from her
idea.
at all.
Which shopkeeper? There's a few of them in town, and we get some wandering merchants.
The occult lady's a weird shop, where
Agree. No, I didn't see her walking to her shop today.
So she hasn't been there all day today.
did you see her yesterday?
Yeah. She sometimes stops in and says hello.
Did you see her throughout the night?
No, I was sleeping.
You sleep.
Sleep? That is amazing.
We both asked this.
What do you guys take me for? Some spooky ghost or a vampire? Am I a vampire? Am I attractive?
Oh shit.
Oh crap!
No.
It's a Twilighter. Run!
Are
Does she
you a
sparkle in the sunlight?
No, she doesn't. She's pale and a redhead and got that long stare as if she's got the crazy eyes.
If she's that pale, then
Lady
she might
after me,
sparkle in the
Ellen Hunt.
sunlight.
Yeah,
That's
she
why that was why my comment.
To so all right, well here's the 75 and by the and finalize that purchase. Or did we already do that?
Thank you. She takes your coin and she bites one of them just to make sure it's actual gold, and then sets it down in a box
How
amongst a bunch of
sanitary.
boxes. And then, you have your portable office lab.
Do you know where she lives? Like, where's her house? We need to talk to her.
I know she lives somewhere in the inner quarter. That's where most people tend to live, and yeah. So
So like number 15 then.
probably that general location, somewhere. Yep.
Eva, do you know where she lives?
Jess, my dear, are you aware that we just broke the 4th wall?
Did we? What? Wait, you broke my wall?
Yeah, the 4th one over there.
On we go to the next patient.
Jen, I am totally going to charge you and your sister for that.
What?
You have a sister.
Yeah, we met her.
Actually, if you look at it, the wall looks perfectly fine. I think it's time for us to go, guys.
What did
Oh,
you guys-
Sylph?
what-
Still does not remember much of anything at the starting. He was in so much just shock and awe at just the festivities. All senses left his brain that day.
Wait, you broke? What did you guys do?
We didn't break anything. We're leaving. Let's just start walking.
Ava's already gone. She's halfway down the street.
Yeah.
The Matrix started collapsing around us, so we had to leave.
So Gotchin,
We became conscious.
you know that if the House of Wonders is closed and people are asking for where she lives, as Darlin has now inquired, you know where your sister's homestead is.
Oh, is that the House of Wonders person?
Yeah. A great Stagenstar is his sister-in-law.
Mm,
Sister-in-law?
Mm-hmm.
And then she
Does,
married
does
his
he
brother?
mention this now as we've been talking about where she lived?
Yeah.
we even went
scared.
through the house and nothing, didn't mention anything about it.
No, he didn't.
I wasn't really thinking about it.
So you're not
Your
concerned with where
sister-in-law
your
is missing.
sister is.
I didn't
It's
realize.
usually
it was-
at her
Everything's just
shop.
busy.
You're a horrible in-law.
Well, he knows his sister is good.
Only
You're a
thing
horrible-
going through his head about 90% of the time is what he's going to make the next time it's his turn to work the forge.
You,
But
I
out
feel
of
sorry
character?
for you.
But out of character, I wasn't even really thinking about that was the same person.
Right at this point, he is thinking about like a double-bladed shovel, like it's a shovel on both ends, so you can get twice the shovel.
I look at Goten and say, "You are a horrible kin keeper. I feel sorry for your kin."
Well, that's why I was gonna rip the door open, see if she's inside, if she's okay. But you guys thought
She's
it was okay.
probably just busy.
Oh, he's gaslighting. Let's move on.
Wait, all these people are disappearing around us, Ava, or dying. So you don't think that we shouldn't check on somebody who was supposed to report in today and didn't do that? Because I mean,
She has other responsibilities.
Does she? Hold on. Let's try to look at Goku. Does your sister do anything else in life but work?
Like that.
I love my group.
Gochin, you would know that a Greek does occasionally take personal days. It's rare, but she does, and sometimes she's pulled away for the council. Which, if you've talked to Cursed and given him all this information, and some extraneous situations have happened, maybe a council meeting's gone off.
Oh, don't put more ideas in my head.
Yeah, maybe there's an emergency meeting going on right now.
They're about to execute Order 66, and we need to be ready for this.
If there's a council meeting, then Clamor should be closed.
I was
Let's
gonna
check
check
out
if Clamor's
Clamor.
closed, and then we'll know.
I need a gun, my men and ladies.
You.
I don't think we have them at Clamor though.
Oh,
Do you know how to use one?
I do. I learned one
Did
just
someone
just
cut
now.
off? Did someone cut yours off?
Ava looks mildly perturbed.
Phil's eyes roll in the back of his head. He like Matrix seizes out and learns guns.
That's a
I'm
good
a-
way to
I'll
define
use everything.
revolution.
I'm a bard. I know how to use everything.
Yeah.
Everything. Looks at camera.
You're not a
Yeah,
factotum.
everything.
You're thinking of a factotum. You're not a factotum.
You do realize you could have taken a gunslinging feat or something to just get gunslinging, get the ability to shoot a gun, right?
It's not as good.
Anyone else
Yeah,
remember
it's not as good,
factotums
yeah.
from 3.5?
Because
No.
I get to, I'm proficient in any weapon, I think, now.
Yeah.
Martial, simple, and firearms, not exotics.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. But basic weaponry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Feel free to move your token if you're deciding to go somewhere else.
Where are we going?
Clamor.
Yeah,
Where's
so
Where's that?
14,
This
right?
one?
Seems
Okay.
fun.
You want to take
Glamour
lunch
does
after
seem to
this?
be open.
You want to take lunch after this?
Sure. Where we
Okay.
gonna eat, Beatrice?
I don't know, but somebody's gonna have to buy for me, or I'm gonna have to go
So
back.
the clamor's
Oh.
open, which
But-
means
yeah.
no council meeting.
No council meeting.
Maybe Sarah might know if if she's anywhere.
We at least gotta walk into the building. They're gonna think we're
How,
weird. just
how
popping
about
out.
we just go to where your sister lives instead of running
Yeah.
all over the goddamn
Yeah, I
town?
asked you places.
If Clamor's
I
open,
asked
she should be
everybody
there,
who
right?
doesn't care, or not, or not.
It's probably inside if Clamor is open.
Okay, let's take us to your sister's abode.
I mean, she's here.
Huh?
She's here. If Clamor's open, she's gonna be inside.
Wait, Sarah?
The other sister, dumbass.
Steve walks
Oh
in.
no, that's sister-in-law. She's not actually my sister.
Well, take,
She raised you a decent chunk.
you know where she lives, right?
But she's in
Yeah.
the clamor.
Well, then,
No, not this sister. Stop confusing everyone and stay with the program. Because now you're just making this take longer with the stupidity act.
take us to your sister-in-law's house.
All right.
Beatrice and I
Beatrice.
make a great pair.
What's that? Because Beatrice just face palms at this point. I'm really like, Jesus.
You could see a new rookie working at your station there, one, as you walk away.
Another new person.
It's probably better than you because you don't even know where your sister is.
She's not my sister.
She is your sister.
Is your sister? She married into your ilk. She's kid. She's your sister.
The
She's
good
married,
news
and
is
she's
he has
not original.
sisters. It's plural.
Yes, but she is the one that does tend to make your favorite foods when it's your birthday.
Oh, does she? Okay. She's
Yeah,
not
see, you are a horrible kid.
As Sarah, you know, has never been the best of cooks.
The nail just gets hammered in harder.
She's not my sister, though she makes my favorite food. But she's not my sister. You're a horrible person.
Your sister got you a job. A Greek kind of takes care of home. Until you decided that you wanted to move out. And now you've got your own home. It's a bachelor pad.
So let's go to your other sister's house.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell your sister. That
I don't know where it is. So just
Is it would it be
give us-
15?
Dang it.
Wow, we're big. Look at that. Oh, we're
Yeah, it's
small
the size of your ego.
again. So you all thought that was the sun rising. It was my ego.
knock, knock, knock. He doesn't waste any time.
That's not it.
Oh, which one is it?
15 is the killing grounds.
This
Oh.
knock,
It's an,
knock.
it's an unmarked location, so you wouldn't have known where it's at.
Oh well, since it's pointed out, I'm saying.
Yeah, no. So
No,
you know,
don't just wanna just punch it
Gochin,
everywhere.
Gochin leads you up to the abode, and you know Gochin knows that he is always welcome, so he can just walk in.
Like I'm finally starting to put together, why he's a horrible kid. As
I mean, he has keys to the house.
Just walks in, puts his shoes on the couch.
I remember Goach is part monkey, so it's no wonder he's got monkey brain, so he can't even remember probably what's up and what's down.
That's so
Yeah.
racist.
He can't even
Goach-
remember
Goach-
who his sisters are.
And Goach is gonna stare at you.
Monkey for brains. That is your new name.
But yeah, no, Gochin, you've got a key to the house. Like,
maybe ape shit. Ape shit. Yeah, we could call him ape shit. That would work.
Not you two, Beatrice.
You don't expect? Haven't you been around me enough to know that I do this too?
You do it differently though.
Oh, I am cruel. Sorry. Mhm.
Are we going inside?
Yeah.
Gochin's
No, we're
walking in.
waiting for Gochu to open the door.
God,
Oh, he's walking in.
It's like we're not just gonna go into your sister's house while you're standing there.
Face through the door. Do it.
But he unlocked the door and he's walking in. He's gonna go look to see if she's around.
Let's say hi at the door.
I mean, there's a hearth. Are you just not saying names because you're forgetting names?
Yes.
I'm gonna help you out.
That's why I kept not saying her name, because I wanted to fuck with it.
I don't know what the name of the person is, so
That's not good.
That's your sister-in-law.
Okay.
And this is the house we're at?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, is she home? Can we roll a perception check?
So you can see that the hearth is currently active, and there's a small fire going. You can hear a little bit of clatter from the kitchen area.
well,
So, Gochin, what do you say when you go in? Or are you just gonna be quiet and roam around?
He's gonna
creepy.
he's gonna open the door and kind of like knock on the side of it as he's walking in. And Agret, you home?
Yeah, Gochin, it's lunchtime. Did you need something to eat? Not been at the forge the last couple days, from what Sarah said.
Oh, we're on an investigation. See, guys, she's here. There she is.
oh, good.
I have some
Alright.
people to introduce to you.
Oh dear.
I think
Oh.
morons.
Is that Ava with you?
Oh, you know Ava?
Unfortunately.
She's my worker for the store. Sorry, I didn't really let you know that the store was closed today.
That's
Probably.
I don't think I know Agrid after a knowledge local check or something.
I mean, she's been a staple of the town for a while. Whether or not you've, paid any mind to who the new council members are or have been in the last, 20 some odd years,
Right.
She might have been an up and comer in terms of like when you were around town
I was just thinking
prominently.
with a knowledge local of 9, though, I probably have better person.
Yeah, you don't have any personal interaction with her. The name sounds familiar.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't want to do that.
So yeah, Agric kind of, brings out a platter of small hand sandwiches, with varying meats and cheeses. If you, want anything else, just beverages, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We brought a dinosaur today, Gochin.
Oh yeah, that's his pet. As he looks
Excuse me.
I see.
Chompy is Chompy. He's no
Yeah.
pet. He's a
He's-
fragment of the Great One.
And by great one, explain.
I think she wants you to get your pet out of the house.
Oh, no. I'm absolutely fascinated. You don't see dinosaurs this far, into Belkson territory.
Vilgus kind of looks back and forth, blinking.
Who is the great one? Oh, kin of dwarves.
Ah, Bokrug. Bokrug.
Lokrog.
I think he made it up.
Amusingly, she has actually heard of Bokrog. If you want to send me that information there, Andrew.
Sure thing. I'll send it to you privately over Discord.
Sounds good. But she'll actually let up and actually start a small dialogue.
One moment. I need to find. Apparently, it's been a while since I sent you something.
Taking everybody's if anyone wants lemonade or things of that nature.
Sylph
What-
grabs a
what-
sandwich, starts eating
What is
away.
the rule from that? The Bach to know Bakra, is that knowledge nature or something?
Religion.
Yeah.
It's. I mean, we're a little bit more obscure than one of the main deities, mind you.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Mm-mm.
So are
The
you?
fact that-
So you're a historian, Agrit.
Yes, I am. I make it my business to know the things that have happened and the things that may be. History teaches us lessons for the future. And it's one of the ways that we get over our prejudices or advance in technologies or magics.
Do go on. Like, tell me a little bit more about this town. Like, what's the history of this place?
Well, you're talking like True Now as a whole or the region? That need a little more specifics there.
Give me Trunau as a whole.
Well,
I'll be right back.
let me go grab a book real quick. We'll try to get the Reader's Digest version of it. That way, it's a little more streamlined, because I could ramble for ages.
Oh, Ava will hand a book back to her. I finished this, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Ava. Was there something else that you wanted to borrow for the time being? Any particular tome? Well, I'm going to get a book on Chanel's history.
No. These thoughts are entertaining enough for now.
Understood. So she will head upstairs for a moment. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. This excerpt somewhere, but now I have to re-find it.
Do take your time. Would anyone else like a sandwich? They're all here. If not, I'm going to keep eating.
At some point, you look away to chomp on a sandwich, and then you look back and you notice that the entire platter was just gulped down by Chompy.
Good
He's
boy,
got, he's got
Chompy.
his head aimed at the ceiling as he's trying to swallow all the sandwiches whole at once.
The wonders of a growing young dinosaur.
I'll just wait till you see it when it's bigger, then you're gonna really know.
Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to see it like fully grown.
Unfortunately, by leveling up a animal companion, he'll only get to large, whereas a full-grown T-Rex is a gargantuan.
Oh, man,
So-
that'd be cool.
But I'm pretty sure there's a spell for that.
Yes, there is. I was about to say.
Was it like legendary companion, animal growth, something like that?
Animal growth.
Hmm.
You can make him go from large to huge.
But how do I get him to gargantuan? Is there anything that increases more than one size category?
Get him a dire card. Just do enlarge person on him.
Except magical enlargement effects from multiple spells do not stack, though. So
Yeah.
you need one spell that does it more, more than one category.
Can you get
Okay.
familiar or something? And
Yeah.
just put it
So-
on him?
Agric comes back with a book and looks to all of you and it's like, feel free to get comfortable. There's a couple, basic couches and the like to take a seat on.
So, what is the story time?
A little bit. I was inquired about the history of the town and
Stories are good. Can we have like a bonfire? They really come together so much better with a bonfire and like some colored smoke powder.
She kind of points to the hearth. That's about as much of a bonfire as I'm willing to let happen in this house.
Okay, that'll work. Where's the colored smoke powder?
You just look over and I'm just sitting cross-legged waving. Over here.
I do not have any in this household. We've had a little bit of problems as she looks to Gochin with colored powders in the house, and so we've put a pin on that.
It
Not
wasn't my
surprising.
fault.
You and Dravis knew better. I told you not to touch things. You did it anyway. It took
Right.
weeks to get that out of the carpet.
Any smoking herb or anything like that?
This is a no smoking household. I do apologize. We got Sarah to quit after a while, and we're not putting that temptation back on the plate.
Starts to put a pipe away.
He was about to pull hers out, but if it was available, but oh well.
So the Greek kind of sits in a rocking chair of hers, and it's like pulls the book
Story time,
forward.
story time, story time.
So you want the history recent or origins?
I would like the origins, please.
So we lie in the heart of the Hold of Belkzen. This land has ever been a war-torn landscape for the orcs that reside here, and they've had several conflicts with the nation known as Lastwall. It had been contentious for ages, and even after the defeat of the Whispering Tyrant back in 3827 AR, the orcs of Belkzen continued to grow stronger and more ambitious, repeatedly overrunning the defensive lines that Lastwall had erected along its borders. The Hold of Belkzen had eventually expanded southward, first to the Sunwall, and then to Harsh's Blockade, and finally to what was referred to as the Horde Line. During this campaign, in about the 43rd century, a number of tribes had decided to make alliances in order to garner some strength, bolster their forces, and advance their own agendas. Some of these alliances could create relatively powerful tribes, some of which had decided to ally with giants of the region. And at one point, there was a battle that was held on this very hill by hill giants and an orc tribe versus the humans that had decided not to retreat back behind the lines of the Horde Line. These were the first to inhabit Trunau and raise it to be what it actually is now today. It was said that the chieftain of this tribe had commanded the obedience of both orcs and giants. They had combined their tribes and were a force to be reckoned with, but they had overextended their reach and had made enemies where they were not expecting. They were seeking to unite more and more of their ilk in order to overrun the humans that were kind of in the way. Trunau is, of course, built on a defensive, natural occurring region of cliffs, and so was sought after as a very strategic location to make a settlement. With that being said, this chieftain's ambition had proved too great, and without any other support from what they already had, they were unable to hold the territory and were conquered by the humans, and eventually overwhelmed by some of Lastwall's crusaders. The final battle happened at the very top of what we now refer to as Blood March Hill. The chieftain had fell, rumor had it, to 23 spears and swords planted firmly in his flesh. Of course, no victory is always complete when it comes to orc tribes. There's always some that get away, but no one's, seemed to have come for a reprisal in some time. Whatever happened in those founding days was lost to the passages of history, but there are still oral traditions that are passed around. It is one of those very oral traditions that inspired the tale of our most recent of heroes to come through Trunau, Our very own Baron Redheart, famed giant slayer and protector and chief defender of Trunau. Revolutionized the very town before he hung his hat up and left us to our own defenses. Figured that we had grown up enough in order to handle ourselves once more. That's when Ruby took over the position, having proven herself.
So this man is still out there.
The man of the statue, yes. As far as I'm aware. He is of dwarven descent, much in the same way I am, so he's probably expected to live at least a few centuries.
Interesting.
Given that his proclivity to adventure doesn't claim his life a little early. But
So this town's been fairly recently founded then.
no, this town has been around for a number of generations. The 43rd century, so it's so this town's been around since early 43 AR. It is currently 4722 AR. So this place has been Trunau has been settled for about 400 years.
And you said there was an alliance with the Hill Giants and an Orc tribe?
Indeed.
And are there any descendants of this alliance that are within Trunau?
Not to my knowledge. A lot of the disparate wanderers of half-orc descent hail from Urgir, which was the Dwarven Sky Citadel that got overtaken by the tribes of Belkzen.
And was that group, that alliance, was that wiped out during the war, or did they flee?
From the oral recallings and what little history we can have from the books, it would seem that their defeat was relatively absolute. Now, as I said, there's always a survivor here or there.
Yes.
No war is a total.
Oh. Question.
Who is the leader of this Hill Giant tribe?
That's just it. None of the history books seem to list the name. Probably so that way the name could not inspire new generations to rise up against the town of Trunau.
Wise decision. Very interesting, though.
What do you have there, Jason?
Okay. Well, for one, do you happen to know what the population of the town is?
I think I have that statistic somewhere. So the town of Trunau is about 2,000 strong, roughly. You know that about the time that you were growing up, it was less than 1,000. It's predominantly humans. It's got about 100 or so halflings, about 100 or so to 150 fluctuating in half orcs. There's, a small sect of dwarves, probably no more than 50. There's very few half elves within town, fewer gnomes, and miscellaneous traveling races, osmers, tieflings, so on and so forth. Pass through town every once in a great while.
It's the nearest allied town to us that we have. What is the name of that town and how far is it?
So if you're looking for nearby towns, the closest town to Trunau is probably Freedom Town across the river-esque in Lastwall. And it's not necessarily allied, it's more of just like go there and sell stuff. Beyond that, you're looking at Kragnaroth or Vigil. Kragnaroth being a Dwarven Sky Citadel in the heart of the Mindspin Mountains, or Vigil, which is the capital city of Lastwall.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Both a considerable distance away.
Yeah.
Trunau's kind of on its own for the most part.
Yeah.
It gets infrequent caravans from time to time that are traveling via the Kestrel River,
this-
or that are heading south from the forest towards Skelt, which is way closer to like the Bloodsworn Vale, or they're heading to Kragnaroth themselves.
Is there any significance within the past of this town or around this area that means a lot to orcs or the hill giants?
I mean, the orcs are always trying to push their agenda and claim more land, more territory. The fact that there's a human civilization right in the midst of the hold of Belkson is kind of a eyesore for many of their tribes, and a prize for any who could successfully take it. Chernow is a defensible position, and any tribe would be quite in an advantageous position should they claim it. I mean, we've survived here for centuries at this point, fending off attacks here and there. If any were actually able to claim it, it would be the next best thing would be to take a sky citadel from the dwarves again, but that is difficult process in of its own right.
I gotta. Okay. Have you've seen the graffiti and stuff around town lately, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Does any maybe the symbols or anything like that mean anything to you? Maybe if you think about it.
Looks like crude graffiti in the eyes of trying to be an Iomedaean blade, but that's about that.
Is there what was the name of the place where they did their last big battle? The humans?
Blood March Hill,
Blood March Hill.
which is what Chernow is built upon.
So we're built upon Blood March Hill.
No,
There's
that's
got to be
interesting.
something about this place. The markings, they're marking this place.
I'm sure. I mean, the town's gone through several revisions raid after raid. We've had to rebuild buildings, annex buildings entirely.
Why would
Or,
there be an
yeah.
excavation around here right now? I don't see any landscaping going on. Nothing new has seemed to be placed here.
Excavation. I mean, sometimes we'll get a band of dwarves or the like that come in and want to mine the resources nearby, offer it up as trade.
But
Beyond that, I'm not exactly
dear,
sure.
my sweet Jessica said that there was some half orcs that came and bought a whole bunch of shovels, and I sadly had to lie to her and tell her that I was their boss.
Well, that's interesting, and kudos to you for admitting to a lie.
Well, I trust you,
I see.
because if Ava can trust you, I can trust you.
I never
Ava, you
said
trust
anything
me?
like that.
At least I would hope Ava trusts you. She works for you.
Greet kind of looks at Ava's like, Ava, you trust me now.
She's very vocal on the inside. You just have to listen to her.
I think he's an idiot.
You do trust me. Oh my. Well, I'm glad that Ava's at least made some friends. She's been relatively quiet as of the last few years, and it's good for her to get up.
Oh, she has been the shock of the town. She just points and someone laughs and turns to a crisp.
Ava, we're practicing our arts on live people now, are we?
They
They
deserved it,
went
don't worry.
live when I finished.
It was shocking, let me tell you.
What did we say about practicing on people?
Make sure they aren't alive to complain afterwards.
You know that's not what was said.
They tried to kill us first.
Okay, then fair is fair. Get even. Good.
Okay.
Was there anything else that I could help you with outside of a lunchtime story?
The half orcs buying the shovels. What do you make of that?
I don't really have much to go on there. I mean, people buy shovels and stuff. If there's an excavation, I haven't seen anything of it within town or heard hide nor hair. And
It's
see if there's an
very possible- it's more than likely possible that one of the orc tribes came in and bought the damn shovels. Sent mercenaries in to buy the shovels, and they're using them for something. That's a possibility.
Then I would say that we'd want to turn our eyes to outside of town.
Yeah, yeah. I have this feeling with the graffiti and some of the other things that have gone on in the murders and stuff that there's a diversion that this may be some sort of diversion to get us off track from the real problem
I agree.
amongst our midst, which may be I fear a possible attack on the town may be coming. That's a theory I have, but I don't right now. I don't have any based proof for that, but it's just a hunch.
That would be grave tidings indeed if your words have any weight.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly hope that's not the case.
Well,
but
the murder is real. The
the murder is
real.
absolutely. Gotchin, you said you're
And
on
the
an
history is real.
investigation? Gotchin's sleeping in the couch. And he's got his feet on my couch again. She chucks a shoe at you. Wake up!
Oh, what?
Shoes off the couch. You know better.
Ava will
Oh.
prestidigitation the couch. Make sure it's clean.
That's how you get him to wake up. Or writes down, throw a shoe at Coach and he's asleep.
She
That makes it so much easier.
Like the shoe hits Gochin and like it just zips back to her hand and she puts it back on.
And
Try that
Gochin's
with
not
a
even
frying pan.
surprised by that.
No,
seen it
not at
many
all.
times.
So you're skipping out on work in order to do some investigating. What are you investigating?
We're trying to get to the bottom of these murders and disappearances. There's been several disappearances. That's why we came. That's part of the reason we came to your house is we wanted to check and make sure you were okay.
Oh
'Cause you
well,
were
thank you.
shot there.
Yeah, I needed a personal day.
Mhm.
Some news had been brought to me, and I just felt like I needed a day off.
What news is this?
You said there's some disappearances. Talk to me about these.
Roddy's missing.
What Roddy? Yeah, Roddy. Who's the guy who's the old
Ezra.
man?
Jake
the
got
old-
murdered.
I heard
He
about
is,
Jake.
who was the old man who left the sanctuary the other day, the Ember Day?
Ezra.
Dude,
Yeah, the crazy orc.
What do you know of Katrezra? Is he in trouble?
He's
no,
missing.
we don't know. He just left, and nobody knows where he went or anything of that sort. So that's
We were also
two.
attacked.
But he's not in any trouble from like the officials or the like, right?
Not that we've heard, but he was. We were also attacked. That happened. Yeah, twice. Someone let some wolves into the town and attacked us, and then we were attacked in the night by a group of assassins. Yeah, that happened.
Seems like you all have stumbled upon something that you're not supposed to necessarily know about.
There's also was a mention of a man with markings on his face that hired this group of assassins.
So you really pissed somebody off. She kind of like looks her eyes at Gochin.
No, I don't think we pissed somebody off. I think we know things that they don't want us to know.
I don't even want to know what I know.
There's definitely some stuff going on around here.
Oh, wait here a moment. She goes back upstairs. Gochin, I need your assistance.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, what'd you say?
Gochin, I need your assistance upstairs now.
All right. He heads upstairs.
She leads you to the guest room, and inside you
Ooh,
see
spicy. Bounce.
orcish-
Oh, wow, wow.
you see an orcish man, almost ancient in years, and says, "I need your help helping Trezor down the stairs."
Oh, we would never have found him.
Oh, this is where
Oh,
you were.
Trezra's here. Uh-oh.
Yes, but we're gonna take this conversation downstairs, as there's not enough room up here for all of your friends. Give me a hand.
Okay.
Why are you here? Did he come to? Oh, okay. Oh,
So,
there's another
Gochin
guy.
and Agreed would bring downstairs into the living room a older gentleman who looks like da, 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 da.
Man. Oh.
Edit. Yes. Okay. Cool. We're good. We're good. We're good. Show. These.
Oh, wow.
It's old. It's very old. He's a very old man.
He
So.
lives in the Imperial City. His arch nemesis is the Ebony Warrior.
Trezra, you know Gochin, or at least know of him. That is Ava. She is my assistant at the House of Wonders, and these are their friends. They're investigating the disappearance of Roddy and the death of Jake. Kind of slowly looks over all of you with, these milky white eyes. And it's like, fair and well met,
So
friends
why?
of
How
the
did,
rats.
may how are you today, Mr. Trezor?
I, but I am in better health, I suppose.
Good.
A little worried about things of late.
So you're aware of what's been going on.
Is that why you left the protection of Emerald?
I
Well-
felt that Sanctuary was not quite going to be as its namesake had intended any further. I feared that once Jake had met with his unfortunate end, that mine might be next
Why do you
in the
think that?
line. Let me sit and weave you a tale.
Oh, by all means, I'll sit with you.
So he moves over and slowly sits down in Agreed's rocking chair. I am sure that each of you have questions. I will try to begin where all beginnings begin. Jake had been out and about for a number of investigations to help add to his growing portfolio as an investigator. For many moons, he had sought my counsel and asked about what my visions may have held from the mist. For all is seen in time, but not necessarily clear.
Oh, like
It is
the
no
mist.
great
It's a
secret
metaphor.
that I was cursed with these preternatural visions many years ago during my time with the Empty Hand. Since I left those savages, many had sought my counsel in the matters ranging from the mundane to the dire. But I am afraid the omens that assault my dreams are nigh indecipherable even to me. I have no means of directing them. I warned Jake that this was the case, but he approached me nonetheless. Eventually, it refrained from asking about some of his investigations and brought to light a question of more mundane than I had originally expected. We had talked about cold cases and things of that like, but in the most recent of instances, he had brought me a question of courting young Brynja Kelber. The love-struck fool, bless his soul, thought that I might have some special insight into the traditions of her people, be they from Urgir, or visions of their everlasting happiness. What? Come now. Do I look the romantic type? Kinda smiles wryly to each of you before shaking his head.
Still smiles back.
I could not help him with his relationship, but it was through that exchange that we became closer as friends. I've been experiencing vivid hallucinations of white swords or crosses, and dreams of the plague house outside of town. When I told him of these, he seemed to think that my dreams might help him with another of his variant investigations. He was the one tasked with figuring out the recent bout of graffiti, and I told him about my visions the best I could, but news of my nightmares is as obtruse as she is unkind. When he had not been able to figure out as much as he had sought, he would come back and ask me further questions. To be truthful, I don't think he even knew exactly what he was looking for. Jake seemed to had run afoul of a flood troll at the plague house not long ago, and the poor fellow was convinced it was not an isolated incident. He came to me seeking guidance. Curiosity was piqued when I had said that the nightmares had been unlike any they had been before, and I fear that some greater evil may have been at play with Trunau's walls. Blood trolls rarely are found in Bruxen, but rare are they to roam this far south of the Flood Road.
Blood trolls.
He had
Blood troll?
decided
Blood trolls, yeah.
flood,
Blood.
as in
not
like
blood.
flooded area.
Oh, flood trolls.
Yes.
Hmm.
He had plans to return to the plague house, but because of the unease that I had felt from my visions, I suggested that he leave his journal with me, which he did. The night of his death, however, my visions were even more terrible, though still indecipherable. When news of his death had reached me in the morning, I knew it must have been foul play, so I fled, fearful that those who would see Jake's destruction would come after me as well. His death grieves me to no end, but at least my efforts bought me enough time to share what I know with others who would listen, like Agreed and now yourselves.
Well, we've already dealt with some assassins ourselves.
So I heard from upstairs, and I am glad that you all yet stand. I feel that there is something more to each of you that will be a needed light in these ever-growing darker times.
These visions you speak of, how do they? Have you always had them?
Ever since I left the Empty Hand tribe all those many years ago, he kind of pulls up his sleeves, and you can see like these boils and pockmarks across all of his arms.
Oh,
And
wow.
like some of them have like seeping sores, and he looks like he's in a lot of pain just regularly.
Stop describing me. Just
But he kind of puts the sleeve back down to spare you the visage. When I will occasionally be visited in the night by images, dreams, nightmares, depending on what I am shown, all enshrouded by mist, much in the same way as the toxic and noxious gases that filled the chambers of my torture.
Gases, you say?
Bases of a volcano, sulfuric in nature.
What are the effects of these gases?
Well, you can see them. I mean, obviously.
The botches and shit that are all
Yeah.
over.
He kind of gestures to himself. I am not nearly as old as I appear, though certainly I am aged. But the effects have left my sight less than what one would have for a 60-year-old man. And far worse is my body in comparison. But I have been granted oracular visions, to which I do what I can with. Was there any information that I may have been able to clarify for you?
Yeah, it seems like we need to go to the playhouse. If that's what
Yeah.
people said.
Ah, right. My
Where's the
mind
journal
skipped.
of Jake? You said you had the last one.
He kind of pulls the front of his robes kind of forward and shakily grabs a small like 4x7 black leathered book and slides it to you guys across the floor, of course, because he's not leaning over.
The first one to pick it up would be Chompy. Chomp just bolts down there and grabs it up with his mouth and be like, ha ha.
What you does? You said Chompy?
Chompy will pick it up with his teeth.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
If it will hold out your hand. Chompy. Give.
No.
I pull out a dried piece of meat. Trade.
And it immediately falls out of his mouth as he bolts his mouth to eat up the meat.
I rip
As you-
it in half, give him half, and I eat the other half.
As you flip through the journal, it's a lot of bits and pieces here and there. But the last few pages follow along as such. How I wish I could divulge my fears and hopes to my beloved Brynja. The risk is too great, of course. I would hate to implicate her in the dire scheme I've only just started to unravel. Not to mention how much I fear her ire over my loss of the hope knife she gifted me. What a fool I've been these past few weeks. I still haven't found the hope knife, and whoever's making the replacement to Clamor is certainly taking their time. Kutrezra was oddly quiet when I met with him today. When I had asked for his thoughts, he told me to leave him be and to give up my foolish investigation altogether. He was so supportive of my mission until now. What could have changed his heart so? Kutrezra's visions of the plague house have been getting more frequent as the days go on. He claims something wicked lurks beneath the ashes of the past. I'm
Ooh.
fearful of what his strange dreams portend. But I must investigate the plague house ruins once again. Tonight is Halgra's Hope Knife ceremony. Tomorrow I will search the ashes once more. Kutrezra has recommended he hold on to my journal for safekeeping, and while I am hesitant to part with my writings for even a moment, No, his logic is sound.
So we are looking for an item.
Yeah, this drives even more that we need to go to the plague house.
Yep. What's the significance within the ash of the plague house? Like, what do you think he was looking for?
Well, he had ran afoul of a blood troll in that direction, which was an uncommon occurrence to begin with. The Plague House has always been mired by stories of ghosts or other ill-mannered circumstances. It once was a faithful chapel to the goddess of Iomedae. It was actually the predecessor to Sanctuary here in town before it was condemned. There was once a great plague that had taken up root, and that was where the quarantined patients had resided. That was until there was an orc raid that had claimed and burned it to the ground. Much of its stone structure and remnant wood has remained, as it was made of sturdy materials, but
Was there ever an intention to why they raided that?
it was a sanctuary, a place of worship. A good place to begin with one should decide to raid it. Priests and those that would be able to recover the sick or mend the warriors of Jernau would reside there from a time. But no more. Now we've brought sanctuary into the walls of Jernau, where it is better defended. As to what remains there, I know not. I've not left the town in several decades. And
what-
the youths that seem to frequent Plague House seem to be the young and the stupid.
Interesting. I believe we should visit this plague house.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, makes sense, doesn't it? What is the plague house supposed to be again? Is that
There's
where
a-
sick
it's an
and
old-
sick people go?
It was where the plagued were contained.
Yeah, like like a leper, like all leper
Yeah.
stuff.
So it was so that's no longer a thing now. It's no longer in use.
It's
They
just
had the
ruins
plague,
and ash.
motherfucker, and it's been abandoned for ages. It's basically the town's make-out point.
They had a plague, motherfucker.
Let's head to the plague house. Yeah, but I'm honestly thinking that those any of those memoirs that are probably not. This is what we were looking for. I bet those the memoirs that Graf has is probably not going to be that useful.
Yeah, now that we've discovered this part, I think the things beforehand would have just led us to this part.
Yeah, we happened to. It's very lucky that we came upon you, Catrezra. Catrezra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was very convenient that we came across him.
Yeah, because we were keeping an eye out for you. Certainly, we were hoping not to find you dead on the road or somewhere.
I am glad that it did not come to that.
What are some things that you're withholding from us? I feel like you're not telling us everything.
Did you do
What,
or something out of game?
what more would you need to know? What questions do you have for me? I am but an open book and an old man.
I feel like you would know more reasons as to why like these are going on. Like I don't know. You seem
I have
just
had
more knowledge than what you're
visions.
leading on.
I have had visions, but I do not know how to decipher them. Much of what I have told Jake, I have now told you.
It's just convenient.
I'm making a heal check on him. Based on what I've seen so far, he said he's gonna. Is there anything I could do for him? I think.
Probably not more than what Sanctuary has already done for him with that check. Like, while he has a persistent condition, you don't believe you're going to ever be able to cure it, but it seems that he has been on medicines that have allowed him to dull the pain and mitigate how often like these sores, break or, tax him further.
These flood trolls, why do you think they're coming all the way out here?
I do not know. I am not much of an adventurer or an investigator.
Are
All
they
I know is
intelligent
that,
creatures, or do they just follow what the big guy says?
that I do not know either. I just know that they are rare.
Interesting.
On another note, are you still going to? Are you going to return to the? Would you like to return eventually to the House of Church of Emerdre for further treatment, or are you going to be hiding on here for the foreseeable future?
I think that for now I will likely stay with Agreed and with Sarah until the time when this matter is a little more settled. I do not feel that it would be wise to return to Sanctuary. Agreed has made arrangements so that I may remain here comfortably for a time.
Okay, that's what I
We
was kind of
should
curious
make
about.
our way to the
get treatment.
plague house.
or not. I was trying to make sure you were going to be receiving treatment for your ailments. Was all.
I thank you for your concern, young lady.
Well,
It is duly appreciated.
I am outside of my. I live outside of the town, but people do come to me for alternative healing. So
I do believe I know of a healer outside of town.
yeah,
Poor lass.
that'd be me. B.
Nice to meet your acquaintance.
Yeah.
As much
No,
fun as the
yeah.
pleasantries have been, I think we need to continue forward with
Yeah.
the
Well,
pending issue.
if it's all the same to you, though, I would come and check on you again another day and talk to you some more. You guys seem to be a person of great wisdom in this town, and I would like to talk to you later.
That would be delightful, but it seems you have more important matters for the time. I wish you all the best of luck.
Yes, we'll be on our way then.
As you guys get your things, Gochin gets his shoes on. And you guys are escorted out of Agreed's abode. She hands each of you a knapsack with more sandwiches and snacks. She says, be careful out there, and know that if you're heading to the Plague House tonight, you are likely to get there by about nightfall. So, if you are not experienced at dark, take torches with you or other methods of light, please.
Ava just
I'm a maid.
holds out a small rock in her hand.
I'm not worried about you, Ava. I already know about your powers.
Just talking
Don't I have a
about-
light spell too? The cast light?
We'll be
But
you can see in the dark.
Oh,
I would like for everyone to go ahead and roll perception checks for me.
oh no.
Ava doesn't do perception.
Roll it, damn it.
One day I'll put rings in perception, but not today.
But not today.
Yeah, that's always a skill that I try to put as many as I can into.
Yeah, that's good advice, but
Darlin, are
What?
you playing a non-perception class again?
Maybe. I'm a fighter. I don't.
Well, I suppose it's time for Dolgus and Chompy to save the day. Oh well.
No,
I think
I-
Beach just did.
Why would I care
I mean,
about noticing things?
Too bad.
Because you like to stay on watch and make traps.
No,
Shit.
Dolgus and Chompy are busy distracting each other. Sorry.
Quit the sandwiches.
No, no, Chompy ate those in one go.
Sandwiches?
No. You got a new knapsack full of goodies.
Oh, okay.
Did self roll? Yeah, you did. Okay, he's the one who got the next highest, I guess.
So, between Gochin and Beatrice, you guys are exiting the abode of a great stag and star, and Sarah Morninghawk can look off into the distance towards the upper quarter just by chance, and you can see a prominent stack of smoke rising.
Oh no.
Oh, son of a.
Which way is that?
Oh,
Which direction?
jeez.
Gochin and B would know it to be the direction of either the Commons, the Beacon, or the Longhouse.
Oh, we gotta go.
Be right back, guys.
Make
Okay.
make haste.
Yeah,
We
there
go-
seems to be something going on.
Yeah.
Damn
We
it.
must see what's going on. Let's make haste, man.
I knew something bad was gonna happen.
As you guys make your way into the upper quarter, passing by the guards, there are a number of people that are running that direction. You make it up towards the Longhouse, a massive building. In comparison to the rest of Trunau, with several wings.
Oh,
The north wing over here seems to have caught fire, and there are a number of people with pail and water situations, and you can see a number of priests of Abadar that are currently working create water cantrips to help keep buckets going, as the that side of the Longhouse seems to have caught a blaze. You can see Ruby standing out front, calling people to remove barrels of sensitive materials and the like that are being stationed outside of the Longhouse and under guard of someone with twin pistols.
You will cast Unseen Servant and instruct Unseen Servant to start hauling back and forth buckets of water to dump on the fire.
Absolutely. What do you guys do? What are the rest of you doing, I should say?
Eva didn't prepare drench today as her cantrip, so she's watching.
I guess Eve will start getting involved herself and doing that as well.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna just start running to the nearest source of water and try and put out the fire too.
Yeah, so you guys are giving an effort. About an hour later, you guys are able to help put out the fire, and by that time, you can hear the booming voice of a very angry dad.
Oh no.
What in the fuck is going on up here? Ruby, did your shit catch fire in the Longhouse again? And Ruby just waves them off like she just doesn't care. Not this time, Graf. Seems your side of the Longhouse is what caught ablaze this time. One of your servants dropped the coals in the parchment stack again.
No,
Eva's
would-
gonna step
I
forward.
would expect foul play in this situation. Is what B's going to say aloud.
Yep.
Something is going on in this town.
Yep.
And
Something's
this-
about to get hit.
The
Well,
journals were kept in there.
What
Okay.
happened in this town recently? I think they're all related. And this is probably another, whatever. I mean,
It's a
another,
ploy.
Ruby turns around hearing you guys, chatting about possibilities. It's like, the little investigators of town. A pleasure to finally meet your proper acquaintance. Curse
Ruby.
tells me that you have been quite busy roaming around town, figuring out the ongoings. Be nice if you'd send them my way from time to time so I can thank them personally for being the vanguard of this project. Go assess your damages and we'll talk. Ladies, gentlemen, I am Ruby, the Smoking Gun, chief defender of this town. I'd like to hear what you have to say, as I heard you've been very busy birds.
We have.
Oh.
I'm back.
Yeah. Can I get the tone of her voice? Like, can I make it out with a sense motor check, maybe? Like, I mean, is she kind of like being sarcastic, or?
Oh, no, not at all.
Oh,
If
okay.
anything, the sarcasm might be sent towards Cursed.
Uh,
It seems we have a lot of goings, a lot of things happening.
All
We-
at the same time and never at a convenience for me. So,
It might be intentional.
so I've heard, and so things have been being prepared for and also tampered with. So, as such, I, under the authority of the Chief Defender, do hereby name you as under my jurisdiction rather than Cursed. Should you wish to continue to aid the town in the efforts that you have been, I hear with this investigation you've come across a number of details that have left startling revelations for some of the council members, and I'm not in the mind to set the town about on a panic. I like certainty. I like information that gives me actionable guidance. So,
mhm.
that being said, what are the most recent revelations? I'm to understand that Jake has not committed suicide, but in fact has likely been murdered by some outward forces, half-orc descent possibly. You've had assassins at your doorstep. That's quite unfortunate, but that has made you stronger.
It
That's
seems
all
that
adversity does.
Jake stumbled on something that I don't even think he was fully aware of.
That
And
tends
that got
to be
him
his. That tends to be the way that these things happen, and Jake has ever been our foremost proactive member of the militia when it came to thwarting defenses for the town.
And
His
the
loss
recent
will be
sightings of
greatly
the flood
felt.
trolls.
Flood troll, you say? What do you know of flood trolls? Knowledge local for anyone who would like to, learn a thing or two about flood trolls.
Yay!
Where do I go for that?
Can this be done by DC 10?
No.
Okay.
Where? Oh, there we go. Knowledge. And then local. Where's local? There we go.
Since they are a little on the rarer side, only Beatrice and Ava know what a flood troll concretely is. It is a subtype of a troll, still medium in size, and is a tall, gangly creature with thick hide of mottled blue, protruding yellow canines, and narrow slits for eyes, with large, powerful hands that end in wicked claws. These creatures are not native to this area, and they have a relatively absorbent hide. They are resilient to most stresses of long dry periods, but a flood troll who has gone without touching flowing water within recent time gains a natural bonus to that hide. One who has touched water within a recent amount of time, however, would be resistant to the cold.
Interesting.
What kills
You
him?
may each ask me a piece of information.
What puts him down for good? Is it fire?
While most trolls have regeneration of some variant, a flood troll's regeneration functions as long as they are touching flowing water. However, acid or fire damage dealt to the flood troll does suspend this.
We've heard of them coming down from where were they coming from? The north or the south?
North of the Flood River.
They have any special attacks?
They can pounce,
Good.
and they have 2 claws.
How do they attack again?
They claw you.
No. I mean, do they come in? Are they usually like solitary hunters, or do they like come in pairs or groups or gangs?
Trolls are, while they're not the most intelligent creatures, you would know that they can come in larger, groups, or they most commonly they are either a individual or a pair, usually twins.
So there's no hierarchy.
There's hierarchy depending on if they can actually collaborate, but you're unsure with those checks.
Okay.
They're about as smart as humans, or the average commoner, I should
Oh,
say.
wow, so they're dumb.
I'll be right back.
But Ruby would look to each of you and say, well, if you're hunting blood trolls, I'm sure that you're going to need a little something more than your current equipment.
I
So-
have to ask though, what did you do to become
do you-
the chief?
She grins at you. Have you ever fought stone giants?
Oh, jeez, no.
Absolutely.
Back when Chernau was in a rocky period in its history and was without leader.
Oh no, I never fought them in Chunao.
No, not in Chernau. What I'm saying
I fought them in
is-
my dreams.
Interesting. I've taken down a number of giants before, stone giants being amongst the toughest of their ilk that had come to take Chernau at a time when we were a bit leaderless. I had served under the guided banner of Baron Redheart before he became chief defender of this town. He took up the absence that my mother had left when she fell.
So it's just your sheer bloodlust for giants?
Oh, no, not at all. I had defended the town in a manner at which Baron had seen my potential, and I took to his tutelage, and when he decided to step down as chief defender to pursue other wiles, now that Chernau could stand on its own 2 feet, he was an outsider before, simply helped us get by. I have been a native for as long as I have lived,
So,
and so
would
it
you say
fell
that
to
your
me.
knowledge is just as good with giants as your battle with them, like your tactics?
Indeed.
So what would
Gi-
the significance be of this place for giants if they were to like somehow attack us?
This place, if any remember the tale, which I hopefully doubt, would be a great slap in the face. We took this from them and theirs, and giants are, if anything, covetous creatures. They could see this as a prize, something to bolster their own legends and tales. A retrieval of sorts.
The plot.
What they wish to find? I know not. But I could certainly see Chernau being a prize to a prominent enough giant tribe. Given,
You say find, what would be something they could find?
I would not know.
Okay.
We had done much of the settling here, but we had not stumbled upon any lasting fixtures when this place was taken, from my understanding of history. Though I am not a historian, so my accounts are not likely to be as reliable as someone such as a Greet or the archives of Vigil.
And would you think that this could be all one big tactic to diverge our attention?
It's happened before.
Mhm.
I wouldn't be surprised if it were to happen again. History does have a very odd way of repeating itself. I was far too young at the time, but this place has been sieged by orc and giant contingents before in the same threshold.
Ah, yes, I've heard many.
But I assure
songs.
you that if this were to happen again, we do have defenses for such things. It's the exact reason why the Smoking Guns is now a unit within the town. Giants
Oh.
come knocking on our door, we'll be ready to take them down.
Here, here.
Oh, come on. This. Are you guys hearing me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand what my microphone seems to be acting weird. So, madam, I'm Beatrice.
I know you.
And
She smiles.
yeah. So I would like to make a request out of I have since we have all these I say quietly since she doesn't want things going awry here. Since there's been a lot of activity with the half orcs in this area, coming in and out of town, perhaps I would actually is there a way that you can perhaps send some scouts out and see what's going on with the orc tribes in the area and see if they can glean any information at all, maybe a small
We're
line.
actually waiting for our scouts to return. I
Good.
cannot. With the way that things have been with the murder of Jake Grath, and now Roddy having gone missing, and Curse now being the only one to manage the Blackened Blades outside of a drunken Omost and a few other sergeants, we're a little strapped for extra forces to just send out of town without crippling our defenses.
Well, you did just say that they're out there and they're waiting for them to come back. How long have you been waiting? Are they overdue?
They are overdue. It's been a couple of weeks at this point, and from what Curse says, they should have arrived a few days ago. But they have not. I'm hoping that it was something with either the weather or otherwise, but I do not like the tidings that are being brought to my doorstep. As such, I cannot allow for any more of the militia to be sent out in order to scout beyond these walls. At the current time, it is too dangerous, especially if the premonitions that you've brought to me are in fact true. What I can do, however, is if there's something I can do in order to supply you or aid you in your investigation, I would prefer to put my resources to better use in you who have proven yourselves as capable defenders and not just one-shot wonders.
Speaking of shots, Ruby.
Can't you use a gun?
I can.
Yeah, you can use a gun. He
Yeah, you
doesn't have
can.
one.
Where did you learn the art?
I
No,
was-
I think you went off
About
recently.
an hour and a half ago, I was outside of a building. Funniest thing, actually, my eyes rolled in the back of my head, and I seized out. And
I think you're full of shit, but I'm going to give you a chance. She's going to hand you her rifle and say, "You see that weather vane on the top of that building over there? It's 80 yards out. Shoot it."
Oh shit. Let me see here. Sylph holds a gun in his head. Wait, what kind of gun is it?
The musket.
A musket. Okay, yeah. I ready it in my arms. And do I roll with an attack?
You roll with the musket in your attacks.
Yep.
All right. Not too shabby. Apparently you do have some basic training with this. Very well. She takes her gun back out of your hands and pops it back onto her back.
That'll be 1 gold piece for the ammunition.
You follow me. The rest of you, if you are in need of arms, armor, or the like, we can supply you with some basics. See our quartermaster over in the southern portion of the Longhouse. They'll be able to set you up with some basic supplies.
If he wants a shotgun.
Um,
You just want a boomstick.
do you
I mean, apparently they just hand them out to random people.
do you have any supplies of no, never mind. Probably not. You said mostly mundane things like arms and armor and stuff.
Arms, armor. We do have a reservation of scrolls, if that is something you're looking to peruse.
That would be very useful.
Do you have any heavy sets of armor like scale mail or?
Aye, we've got a set of scale mail.
I may have to liberate that from you then.
Check with the quartermaster. I'm certain that they'll be able to help you out.